So the tulips, the first thing I'm going to do to make a tulip is I'm going to use the carrot. Okay, so we want to peel this carrot first. This is I just happened across this peeler. It's a really nice one because it takes off very little of the peel, and it doesn't leave a big flat spot on the edge of the carrot. And you're going to see why that's important when we make the carrot flour. So we'll peel it, and then we'll cut off a little bit of the end of the carrot. And what we're going to do here is to pencil it. Now, penciling it is just exactly the way it sounds. I'm going to make it into a point somewhat like a pencil. So I come down the side of the carrot, a nice flat cut, no curve to it, and I turn it slightly less than 90 degrees. 90 degrees would give me a 4-facet or a 4-petaled flower. I want 5. So I don't go quite 90 degrees. I bring it back a little bit, and I carve the next flat section, and the next flat section, and the next flat section, and then finally the last one. And when we're done, you're going to see that you have a 5-sided carrot. Okay, so a 5-sided pencil. There's a little flat spot on there for a reason. It's going to help to kind of hold my finger as I pare it. So this is the paring motion. That's why they call it a paring knife. When you're paring something, you're going to go in this manner here. What we're going to do next is we're going to cut in just above where the first cut started, but we're not going to cut all the way down. We're just going to cut almost all the way till the end. And as we come across to the next cut, you're going to see that it cuts into the petal next door. So you see that small little petal forming there. So in essence, this is actually going to end up to have 10 petals on the flower. And then when we break it loose, just use a little paper towel and then twist the carrot, and that's going to allow it to separate without breaking off any of the petals. So you end up with a nice, beautiful, delicate little flower. Now the whole purpose of this, the purpose of doing a vegetable flower, is to make it look like a flower first. If they go up to your arrangement and they say, oh, what a beautiful arrangement of vegetables. Oh my gosh, I think they're supposed to be flowers. That's not as good as if they go up there and say, oh, what a beautiful arrangement of flowers. And then they find out, wow, these are all cut out of vegetables. So you really want to make it look as delicate as you can. So that was the first one, and then we can continue right on up the carrot, carving more of those petals. And the key is how far down along the carrot do you go before you stop. If you don't go far enough, then you're going to have too much product to break loose at the bottom, and you won't get a nice clean little cup like that. The angle is also important, that you maintain the same angle from the previous cut. So if this was cut off, this would be parallel to the previous cut, and you work your way down the carrot this way, spin the carrot to pop it off. Now, for a little bit of variation on that, what we can do is we can actually peel the carrot on those same 5 sides. So now we're trying to make a flat surface on there. Okay, so we have 5 ridges now along the carrot. And then if we cut along those ridges, we're going to get a different petal shape. So a nice sharp, long petal. And then we break this off carefully, and you're going to see the difference in those 2 flowers. So there's one, and then here's the other flower. So there is quite a difference in those two flowers. So we can continue to cut up along the side of the carrot. Once again, we try not to waste food, so we want to take as many of these cuts as we can. Because it's going to give us a lot of color. By the way, these carrot flowers can be steamed gently until they just become tender, and you can use them to garnish hot foods. You can even stuff them as well. So you can imagine that with a little bit of maybe a blue cheese or something inside. Once they've been cooked so that they're just al dente, then you can add a little bit of filling to it, and they make a nice hors d'oeuvre or canapé. So this will be the last one that we can do. Out of that, put all of the cups into the bucket. Now for the peelings that we took off, we can also do something with these as well. We can stack them up, lay them right on top of each other. Okay, and then we're gonna cut these into a delicate leaf shape. So there's 6 of them all stacked together, and if we put just a little serration in the side, it's going to make it look nice. So all I'm doing is cutting it just a little shallow V cut right along the edge of the leaf shape, and if we get rid of the waste material there, we're going to have a nice fan of leaf shapes. Now these will curl up slightly in the water, or you can use them just like this down on your platter. Put another, maybe a green zucchini cup or something along here that will help offset it. You can even do a lot of these and mix them with salads. You can use them for salad presentations, etc. So it's a nice way to get a little more color on your platters.